Hi, Dakota. Okay, we are destined to be ships in the night on this one, but I don't want you to miss this. So I'm going to go ahead and just make a little video and send it to you. That way you're prepared and ready for next week, which will be Thursday at 10 a.m. on Zoom, just like normal, promise. And this is a really good one. It's super fun, I think. So today we're going to be working with and talking about vocabulary and writing with vocabulary. And it's just really important when you sit down to take your state tests and you're writing your sentences, you want them to be big, juicy, yummy, beautiful sentences, like a big fat cheeseburger with ketchup and mustard and pickles or whatever you put on it, and not just like this really sad, like crusty bread and dried up meat. We want big, fluffy, yummy, good stuff. So to show you kind of what I mean, I am going to read you a story called Hank's Day. And then we're going to read another story about Hank to kind of get the idea. So here's Hank's Day. Hank's Day, a story. A rock. House. Hank. Hank walks. Hank eats. Hank walks past a bug. A cricket. He walks past a bug, a worm, another bug, an ant, a grasshopper. He climbs a stick. He climbs a stick more. He stops climbing a stick. A stick. He lays still. Hank walks to a sidewalk and across. Hank walks past a hole. Hank sees colors, stripes. He climbs a cap. Hank crosses the sidewalk. A boy goes by. Hank walks to a face. Okay, I'm going to stop with that story, although I do have the whole book. That story's terrible, right? Ugh, so gross. Like, first of all, who is Hank? Like, what does he look like? Is it a kid, a robot? We don't even know. And those teeny tiny, terrible little sentences, like they're just not fun or interesting to read. So we're going to take a quick pause here, and I want you to watch a video of the real book, Hank's Big Day, and see the difference. It's the exact same story. The exact same things are going to happen. You can stop the story when he gets to the face, or you can keep going because it's really awesome. Either way, but I want you to watch it and think about my sad sack, terrible little story about Hank, and then how amazing it can be with better vocabulary. So we'll take a quick beat, watch Hank's Big Day, and then come right back. Okay, so now that you have watched part of or all of Hank's Big Day, I bet you could probably answer the questions now. What is Hank? You know, earlier with my terrible little story, we had no idea what Hank was. An elephant? A car? I don't even know. A cat? Who knows? But now that you've read those beautiful, rich sentences, you can describe Hank to me. And so that's the difference that vocabulary can make. You can have, we told the same story. Hank did all of the same things. He climbed up sticks. He walked across a cap. He came to a face. He saw lots of bugs. But one of them was painful and terrible to listen to, and one of them was amazing, and we wanted to hear more. And so when you are writing, I don't want you to have sad sack, Hank walked up a stick sentences. I want really big, bold, beautiful sentences. So we're going to take another quick pause, and I have some sad sentences for you. And you are going to take those sad sentences and turn them into something amazing and fabulous and wonderful. If we were doing this together, I would do one by myself to show you, and then I would have us work on one together, and then I would let you turn loose and do the last few on your own. But since this is the video, I'm going to just do the first one by myself, and then you get to do all four on your own. So as you saw, the first sentence was just Lulu ate, which is a complete sentence. We have a subject and we have a predicate, but it's so terrible Who is Lulu? What did they eat? None of this information we have. So I'm going to turn Lulu ate into a much happier, better sentence. Right? I think so. So you have Rex watched him. There is a building. Birds fly. And he eats and she drinks. 4 more sentences to make so much better. And so that is your homework, your task, and your goal. And the other thing to get ready for next week, and that's why I was in such a panic about this week, is you have a mission to go on this week. You are going to be a word collector, just like I forget what our other word collector's name was, but we're going to read about a new word collector, but you are going to be one, and I would like for you to get a word jar. And you can get an actual jar or a cup or a bowl or a Ziploc bag or anything. And then I would like for you to go find some fun words, and you can either write them down on a piece of paper, like if you read them in a real book and you obviously can't tear that out, or if you have magazines or newspapers or anything laying around that have some fun words that your mom says it's okay to tear out, you can rip those actual words out and put them in your jar. And I would say at least 20 words. And pick good words that you like, words that are interesting, because we're going to use those words next week. You can totally have more than 20 words, but we definitely want 20. And remember, if you don't have magazines laying around, that's totally fine. Just go grab a book or 12 or however many you have and flip through and find some really yummy words you think would be good ones to add to your collection. And then next week when we meet, we will use those words for our very last summer bridging. Also, we might sneak in one quick little Study Island quiz about dictionaries and glossaries. So be ready for that. I know you know all about it, but if you want to brush up on that, you can. You can go back and watch that first video I made about dictionaries. Okay, I'm going to show you an example of like a word jar that's not a real jar at all, just to give you an idea, but yours does not have to look like this. So you can glue them onto there if you want to. We will be using the words, so it might be easier to have them loose and free, and so you could move them around without having to rewrite them a whole bunch of times. So you can do it like that, cut it out and glue it if you want to, or again, like just get a Ziploc baggie, and if you have a Sharpie, you can draw a marker on the outside of that and put all your words inside that jar too. So I'm excited to read your very, very happy sentences, because my sentences were so sad and boring and gross. And I'm so sorry we missed each other this week. And I will look for your happy sentences in my email. And if you just want to get those to me before Thursday, that'd be super. And don't forget, 20 found words for my word collector in some sort of container. Hopefully not glued down, because you'll probably want to move them around. Okay, have an amazing weekend, kiddo, and I'll see you next week.